I refused to send my son to a birthday party because the family wouldn't put their dogs away. My son Jake is 8, and he's been friends with this kid Ryan since 2nd grade. They were really close last year and started hanging out after school pretty regularly. The first time Jake went to Ryan's house, he came home acting weird. I asked him if something happened, and he finally admitted that Ryan's family has 2 huge German shepherds that made him really uncomfortable. These dogs weren't mean or anything, but they were massive and really hyper. They'd jump up on Jake and knock him around trying to play. Jake's always been nervous around big dogs ever since a neighbor's dog knocked him over when he was 5. So I totally got why he didn't want to deal with 2 giant shepherds jumping all over him while he's trying to play with his friend. I started suggesting that Ryan come to our house instead, or we'd meet them at the park or go to the trampoline place. Ryan's mom seemed fine with it and never asked why we always wanted to hang out somewhere else. This worked great for months. Then, soccer season started and both boys got busier with practice and games. They didn't hang out as much outside of school, which honestly made things easier because I didn't have to keep making excuses about why Jake couldn't go to their house. Last week, Jake brought home this birthday party invitation. Ryan was turning 9 and having a party at his house with a bunch of kids from their class. There was going to be a bouncy house in the backyard and pizza and a bunch of activities. I asked Jake if he wanted to go. He thought about it for a minute and said only if the dogs aren't going to be there. I told him I'd ask Ryan's parents about it. I figured maybe they could put the dogs in the garage or in a bedroom during the party just for a few hours, so all the kids could run around without 2 giant dogs knocking them over. I called Ryan's mom that night and explained the situation. I kept it casual and said Jake was excited about the party but gets nervous around big dogs. I asked if there was any way they could keep the dogs in another room during the party. She got really quiet. Then she said, "These are our dog's house too. We're not locking them away because one kid is scared." I tried to explain that Jake just wanted to celebrate with Ryan and the other kids, but she cut me off. "If we put them in a room, they'll absolutely destroy it. They'll scratch the door, bark the whole time, and probably tear up the carpet. We're not doing that." I said I understood, but that meant Jake wouldn't be able to come to the party. That's when Ryan's dad got on the phone. He said it was ridiculous that I was making such a big deal over dogs that have never bitten anyone. He said maybe I should teach my son not to be so scared of everything. I told him Jake had every right to feel safe at a party, and that I wasn't going to force him to spend 2 hours being anxious around dogs he's uncomfortable with. Ryan's mom jumped back in and said that Jake was being dramatic, and that he'd be fine once he got there and saw all his friends having fun. I said no, Jake wouldn't be attending, and we'd get Ryan a gift to bring to school. Ryan's dad said I was teaching my son to avoid his problems instead of facing them. Then he hung up on me. The next day, Ryan's mom texted me saying Jake was being difficult, and that her son was really upset his best friend wasn't coming to his party. She said all the other kids were fine with the dogs. The party is this weekend, and Jake's not going.